Good morning, everybody. So it is 9 o'clock, so I'm definitely later today, but that's okay because I've consciously made a decision to come a bit later today. It's so quiet. The birds aren't as chirpy as they were when it's 7 o'clock in the morning. So what I wanted to do was today I wanted to talk into living the journey to its fullest. And you might think, what does that mean? What does that mean, living the journey to the fullest? Well, as we all know, the journey can be very challenging. The journey sends us challenges, lessons, learnings. And what I want to know is, are you living in all of that? Because it's really easy to be living the journey of life, and when those challenges, lessons and learnings drop in for us, it can completely submerge us, drown us into whatever is happening. And if you think about it, the journey as if we're going down a river in a boat and you've got a paddle. And sometimes the journey gets a little bit tough, like the tide starts to change and you need to dig that paddle in really hard and start paddling really furiously to change the direction. But if you don't dig in the paddle and you just continue down that path, you're going to feel like you're going down the rapids, and all of the water is going to come into the boat. The boat's going to start to get really heavy. You're going to feel like you're drowning, right? And that's when we don't live the journey to the fullest. So even though I've done so much work on myself, even though I teach this work, even though I coach other people, I am still human, which means that I still get the challenges, the lessons, and the learnings. But the difference is I have a really big paddle and I am able to turn my boat around in a shorter amount of time. I don't need to go down the rapids. I don't need my boat to get filled with water, and I don't need to be drowning because I have this really big paddle. And you might be asking, well, how did you get that really big paddle? And where do I get one from? And they're on sale for $5.99. Only joking. They're not for sale. You have to make them. You have to make that paddle. And the way you make that paddle is by doing the work. You've got to do the work. You've got to do the work on yourself. You've got to do the self-development work. And not everybody's prepared to do the work because the work is challenging. The work can be exhausting, right? But if we really want to get a really big paddle and we want the ability and the capability to be able to turn that around in the blink of an eye and change the direction of our boat, then we need a really big paddle, right? And you just start off with a small paddle. Everybody has a paddle, but your paddle might be really small right now. And so when these challenges, lessons and learnings come and you're going down the stream in your boat, it's not strong enough to turn the boat around. And that's where you start going down the rapids. But every time you work on yourself, every time you do the self-development work, every time you learn things about yourself, every time you become aware of things in your life, then your paddle starts to grow and it starts to get bigger. And it just continues to get bigger. until it can become a rudder where you can actually steer your boat all the time. That's not to say that sometimes there might not be a little bump in the river, maybe a little bit of rapid or a little bit of the tide shift, but it doesn't have to be such a dramatic time, or ride, I should say. Okay? So by building your paddle to become a really big paddle, to then become a rudder, it means you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in your well-being, in your mental health, your spiritual health, your physical health. You need to become the best version of yourself. All right. And there are so many avenues for you to be able to do this. So many avenues. There are so many people out there, like myself, who can help you on this journey. Good morning.
Morning.
Who can help you on this journey. But there's only one person who can do the work, and that's you. There's only one person who can step up and be accountable, and that's you. So even though you might want to do the work, even though you might find someone to help you with the work, you have to be ready and prepared 100% to pull their sleeves up, get the hands dirty, and do the work. But remembering that the more the work you do, the bigger the paddle will be, until eventually you have a rudder. And how good would that feel for you to be able to have a rudder on your boat and control which path, which little river you go on? And, you know, when I first started out with my small little paddle, it was tough, absolutely. But now I have this really huge paddle, and it's really getting to a point now where I'm going to attach it onto my boat and it's going to become my rudder, because I'm able to steer it and move it. And I'm able to change direction. So when something comes up for me, and even myself this week, stuff has come up for me, I have been able to steer, grab the lesson, learn the lesson, and steer my boat so that I don't go down to the rapids and start drowning. And it's an amazing feeling when you're able to do that. It really is. It's such a great feeling to know that you are in control. And you are in control because you came here, you make choices, you make decisions, and the only thing you need to do is you need to own those. And if they're not now the path you want to take, then you need to steer yourself into a new direction. So to be able to do that, you just need the tools. So if you are interested in learning some of those tools and how to be able to do that for yourself, I am running the Warrior Woman workshop on February the 9th. It is a full day seminar. It will be happening in Port Adelaide. We'll be going through the 5 pillars of life, being the self-love, the boundaries, the expectations, the value, the abundance, right? And someone asked me the other day as to what will I get out of this? So my hope for you, when you lean in 100%, when you play at 100%, that you will walk away with clarity and awareness as to where you have given away your power in your life. Where have you given away your paddle for others to steer? Where are you not being accountable in your life? How can you bring your power back? And we're going to have some tools in place for you as well. So clarity and awareness are the 2 main things that you're going to take away. And then you're going to have an action plan as well. So you're going to go away with an action plan of what to put in place so that you can start living the desired life that you've always wanted. Okay? And how amazing is that? And the reason I can say that with my hand on my heart is because I have run this workshop already last year twice, and the women who have been involved, I have watched them change their lives, whether that be in their personal life, their job life, their business life. And because awareness is 50% of the solution. And the problem is that most people walk around without an awareness of what is happening. They have no clarity on why it's happening. And so they don't know how to solve the problem. So they live in fear and doubt and scarcity. So this workshop is designed to change all of those things, help you change all of those thoughts and beliefs into something more aligned with how you really feel deep inside. Not the surface level that you live in every day, but the deep stuff. I'm so excited to run this, and we do still have some spaces available. And even if I have to open up and add in a few more spaces for people, because it's so important. It is so important if you want to live your desired life. It is so important that you stop living in the fear and the doubt, and you start standing up into the accountability and knowing that you want to have a big paddle to steer your boat in this journey of life, that you can turn it around when those lessons come around. You can learn those lessons, because we're still always learning a lesson. Learn the lesson and turn the boat. Okay? Without going down the rapids, drowning, and being washed up. Now, how does that sound to you? Does that sound like something that would interest you? And if it is, I'd love to hear from you. Morning. If it is, I'd love to hear from you. This is for women only. It is the warrior to warrior woman workshop seminar. Okay? And if you are ready to step up, take the accountability and change your life, if it is not what you desire, if you are not living your journey to the fullest, then please drop me a line, drop me a message down below, or PM me, right? And let's talk. Let's talk about how warrior to warrior woman is going to help you change the life you're now living. Okay? It's time to do the work. Because if not now, then when? When are you going to do the work? Because the sand in the hourglass, is not going to wait for you. The sand in the hourglass is to continue to fall through. Your time will continue to flow, and you will not be living the life that you desire. And the only thing stopping you, the only thing holding you back is you and your limiting beliefs. So if you're really ready to make that change, then come on over. Give me a call. Let's talk. Always here with love, compassion, and support, never judgment. So I want you to remember these 3 things today, ladies. You are loved. You are beautiful. And oh my God, you are so worth it. Aren't you? You are so worth it. You are so worth being able to live your designed and aligned life that you've always desired. So remember, if not now, then when? Let's talk. Let's get this started. 2025 is your year to make the difference, because only you can. Remember that. Only you can make these changes. Sending you so much love and light, and I look forward to seeing you very soon.